Hello, my name is Tracy Allen and I want to welcome you to Cooking with Some Friends. Hello and welcome to Cooking with Some Friends. I'm making as an alternative, my oven's hot, as an alternative for mashed potatoes, I'm making some roasted garlic mashed cauliflower. And so I've steamed my cauliflower, and to it I've added some shredded Parmesan, some butter, some sour cream, and some fresh thyme and salt and pepper. And I'm also going to put a little bit of garlic in here, otherwise it wouldn't be roasted garlic. And then you can run this through your food processor if you want to make it super smooth, or you can just use your mixer like you would for mashed potatoes. Now that I have that mashed up, I'm going to put this in my greased casserole and put it in the oven at 400 degrees just until it starts to brown. You can also sprinkle cheese over the top, a cheese blend of your roasted cauliflower, and serve it just like you would mashed potatoes. Hello, welcome to Cooking with Some Friends. I have been fighting being sick for the last week or so, maybe a little more, and I'm just over it. So I'm going to go ahead and show you a recipe today that I promised a friend I would share eventually, and I'm finally to it. I'm going to share our recipe for creamy white chili. And so what we're going to start with, I have about a tablespoon of vegetable oil heating in my pan, and I've cubed up about a pound of chicken, and I'm going to brown that in my pan. Put that in there without making a mess. And I just cube that up into bite-sized pieces. And I'm going to add some onion to that I've diced up as well. And I'm going to cook that until the chicken is browned and the onions are translucent. So that'll take a little bit of time, and so I will come back and show you what I do next after that chicken's browned up. My chicken has cooked through, so as you can see, there's no more pink showing, and the juices are running clear. I did go ahead and add 1.5 teaspoons of garlic powder to this already that I didn't tell you about before. So now I'm ready to start adding some of my other ingredients, and then I'm going to let this cook 10 or 15 minutes before I add the final ingredients. So I have 2 4-ounce containers of green chilies, and you can use regular or you could use the fire roasted, whichever you want to use. I have about 14 ounces of chicken broth. And I have some seasonings, and in my ramekin I have a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of cumin, a teaspoon of oregano, and then a 1/2 teaspoon of pepper, a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. I'm going to put those in. And I'm going to stir those up, and then I'm going to add 2 cans of Great Northern beans that I've drained and rinsed. And again, I want to let this cook for about 10 or 15 minutes before I add my last ingredients that's going to make my chili nice and creamy. Now it will come up to a simmer, and I'll let it cook, and then I'll come back. I've let my chili cook about 15 minutes, and then I threw in 1 chicken bouillon cube, and I'm going to let this simmer. I'm going to turn it down just a little bit, and I'm going to let it simmer for another 15 minutes. Okay, we're ready to finish up our creamy chicken chili. So I have a 1/2 cup of heavy cream that I'm going to pour in, and a cup of sour cream. And I'm going to let that sour cream melt into the rest of our chili, and then it's ready to serve.
Thanks for joining us for this session of Cooking with Some Friends. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And find us on Facebook at Cooking with Some Friends.